question him, right? As Toombs charges in and puts on the brakes, left wing. Now he'll rim this around the glass. Gagliardi gets there first. Too hot to handle for Morrissey. Cambria plays it off the backside of Lester. Lester out there with Toombs and Morrissey. 3 seniors as Toombs gets closed in by 3 Penman. Morrissey now comes in to try and help his teammate out. Toombs shoves his man down to the ice. That was Fiorino. No call coming as Toombs looks to center. Fiorino returns the favor and is going to get the penalty. Or they might get... No, Fiorino is going to be the only guy to go in this scenario, it looks like.
And a good play from Matthew Toombs. I mean, it's always funny because the ref doesn't see the first one, but he always sees the second one, and that's why they say don't retaliate. And Fiorino there,
retaliated.
He retaliated, and that's what Matthew Toombs brings to the table. Yes, he can shoot from anywhere, and yes, he can hit anybody, but he really gets under the skin. He's a pest to the other team, and that's exactly what he needs to do for a team that's trying to get back into this game.
What a stick lift there by Nikolopoulos, trying to turn it to the front, and Foley pushed it wide of the net. But Anthony Nikolopoulos right off the draw with some fantastic stick handling. Set up Foley, who just pushed it wide. Now Foley goes across. Shepherdson will creep. Out in front, a chance for Nikolopoulos. He missed. Wide stick side of Gutting. Ledzinski has it. Top of the circle. Foley now in back of the goal. Wants to center, but doesn't have a lane open. Plays it back up top for Jacobs. Foley across. Shepherdson kicks to the stick. Near hash mark, Cameron Shepherdson will cycle back up top. Tries to go down low and does for Foley. Foley under quick pressure from Biddle, who tries to tie the puck up with his skate, trying to kill off some time. Nikolopoulos trying to pry it free. He will. Nikolopoulos now finds Shepherdson. Everything to the outside for Franklin Pierce as Shepherdson with a shot blocked down by Aaron. The puck is stuck in his paraphernalia. Now if you're Cam Shepherdson, you don't want to take an unnecessary penalty here with your team on the power play with a minute left. And now Coach Milrick will go with the top unit of Morrissey, Gorbett, Lester, Mark Indelicato, and Chris Stevenson out on the point. 4 forwards and just the 1 natural defenseman. You got to like that. He's done that all season long, loading it up on the power play.
And so far, a lot of good looks on the power play. On this power play, they scored earlier with the man advantage.
Gorbett, great pass. Backdoor tip, going to the save. The rebound, they score! Jimmy Morrissey at it again! And it's a 1-goal game with 2:16 left to go.
Listen, Jimmy Morrissey, take your glove off, shake the hands of everybody on that power play unit. That's a beautiful goal. He gets his 2nd power play goal of the night. Ravens back within 1. And just like I said, lots of good looks coming on the power play for the Ravens tonight. And This is exactly what you needed to do at the end of that first period. You need to reset and get going, and that's what they've done in this middle stanza.
Multi-goal effort last Friday against St. Michael's. He's got a multi-goal effort here tonight. 2 power play goals for Morrissey for his 10th goal of the season. His 20th point. The Ravens are going back on the power play. Nikolopoulos will draw it, and with 2:07 left to go and down by 1, the power play right back out on the ice, and a chance here to try and tie this game up.
And if you're SNU right now, I don't know that you take a timeout because there's only 2 minutes to go in the period, but when you get in the locker room, your head coach, you got to be saying, all right, listen, Sean Walsh, he's got to be saying, all right, listen, discipline. They've got a good power play. We have a bad penalty kill. Don't be stupid because you're about to blow a 3-goal lead.
Mark Indelicato down low to Alex Lester, the Ravens captain. Stevenson, they play catch as Lester tried to go back up top for Morrissey. And it's cleared by the Penman, but Mark Indelicato has it here with 1:50 left in the second period. Indelicato finds Morrissey, who's got 2 in this period, both on the power play. Puck comes to Stevenson, who settles and scores! That puck crossed the line! It's 3 power play goals for the Ravens, and they have come all the way back to tie this at 3. Chris Stevenson was the man to put it through Kurt Gutting.
And who better? I mean, Stevenson, he's had an unreal sophomore year, his 14th goal in the season. Like you said, 3 power play goals for the Ravens on 4 power plays, and wow, I mean, this is, pair it with the ABA game, you got a lot of people here, an unreal atmosphere, and it's a fun game to be at, Tyler.
Who else but Morrissey, Lester, Stevenson? It's been that trio all year long. 2 goals for Morrissey on the power play. Stevenson adds one now. That's his 11th. He's now got 25 points. And the Ravens, who came into this game with the 2 top scorers in the conference, find a way as Carmen makes a save, point blank. Big stop from Adam Carmen as Nash found a soft spot. Looking to go for the big hit was Aaron, but he missed Gagnon. And a penalty is coming up here against the Ravens.
Yeah, there's the retaliation.
Yep.
Gagnon got up and he retaliated. And like we said 5 minutes ago, the ref's not going to see the first one. He's going to see the second one. And the game is going to go like that. And that call right there is the official saying, listen, I'm losing grasp on this game.
Yep.
I have to regain it somehow. So every little thing is going to be called on both sides of the puck right now. So both coaches, not just John Walsh, but also Coach Miller, they have to get in the locker room. They have to say, boys, this is how the game is going. This is a high-tense game, a high-tense situation. 2 teams that really don't like each other. 2 schools that really don't like each other.
Yep.
So this is on the coaching staff. Get in the locker room at the end of the period and say, listen, boys, discipline. And we said it all weekend long with the women's hockey team and St. Michael's and no discipline. And that's ultimately why they lost last night. And both these teams can lose this game tonight because of discipline.
So the Ravens now are going to have to make a kill here late in this second period. They have erased a 3-goal deficit. Now the Penmen will look to respond. They are 1 for 3 with the power play. As we reach the final minute, Connor Foley is able to push that out past Fiorino. Nash trying to stick handle by. Gorbett tangles him up and now pokes it out for Ledzinski, who's fresh on. Ledzinski down the left wing. Tried to go through the legs of Fiorino, who closed him off nicely. Now he has to get up and get back in the play as the Penmen charge down the left wing side. Nash with a shot, and Adam Carmen, show me that glove, snares that down and halts play with 34.9 to go. And he has just looked more and more comfortable as this game's rolled along. He's settled in quite nicely, and he's made a couple of big saves here in this second period to allow for this comeback to happen for Franklin Pierce.
Listen, both these goalies, and Carmen and Stenberg, have only had 1 appearance so far this year. I can promise you, neither of them are happy about that. This is his chance to show Coach Miller, like, listen, you got to play me more often. I want the net. So he's going to do everything he can, and making glove saves like that and robbing George Thurston, who has owned this Ravens team in this building this year, is how he's going to show Coach Miller that, hey, I need to get more playing time.
And he certainly is making a very strong case for himself here, particularly in this second period. 29.8 left to go. Getting tossed from the draw was Strawn. 29.5, Somerville. It's a pig pile at the dot. Ravens off the glass, cannot get the clear. Move back now to Quigley. Now it's Heiss. Plays it across a drive, and they score! Power play goal. Cole Stewart from the left wing, let it rip. And it gets through the stick side of Adam Carmen, a tough goal to give up. Here with 18 seconds left to go. And the Penmen are able to recover back the lead. It is 4-3 here late in period 2.
Now here's the lesson. Here's the lesson out of this. The Penmen are now 2 for 4 on the power play, and the Ravens are 3 for 4 on the power play.
Stay out of the box.
That's 5 goals of the 7 that we've seen here tonight. Stay out of the penalty box. The team that takes the least amount of penalties in the third period, I promise you, will win this game.
Ravens just a couple of seconds left as Morrissey tried to get in behind Fiorino, who sends it in deep, 2 seconds and 1. And so a tough way to end the period, but all things considered, Franklin Pierce found their stuff, and at the right time too. The power play just continues to do work, but Ezra, like you said, if Franklin Pierce wants to win this game, they're going to have to do something at 5-on-5 play.
Listen, here's what the Ravens have to do. You're going to get in the locker room, and every single player, tape up your hands, crack the smelling salts, and get ready to go right before the start of the period, because it's going to be a hard-fought, high-intensity, very hard-hitting period. But if the Ravens want to win the game, yes, high intensity, hard, fast, but most importantly, clean.
Got to stay out of the box. If you're Franklin Pierce, it's been special teams. That has been the story. Southern New Hampshire 2 for 4 on the power play. Franklin Pierce 3 for 4, and that use of the man advantage has really helped Franklin Pierce and allowed for them to make a comeback in this game and tie it up at 3, but so is the play of Adam Carmen. He stopped 13 of 14 shots here in relief. Did give up that late power play goal to Cole Stewart, but like Ezra said, if you're Franklin Pierce, it's a team effort here. You got to make that committed effort to stay out of the penalty box.
And do exactly what you did this period. They weren't in too much penalty trouble. I saw that there was a couple 4-on-4s, and
we had a 4-on-3,
4-on-3, and a couple of weird situations, but you won that period 3-1. They won that period. It was a good period for Raven hockey. Do exactly the same thing, and you win not only the season series and this game, but bragging rights over St. Snoo for the rest of the year.
Cole Stewart's 5th goal of the season on the power play is the difference maker so far. The Penmen lead the Ravens 4-3 heading into the third period, a third period that should be a thriller. Ezra and I will be back for the call of that action. You don't want to miss it. 13 and a half minutes away right here on Raven Sports Network.